reflect a little bit more on that great day in Hungary for you. How clinical did you have to be that day? You had Vettel on your gearbox for pretty much the whole race. Just when you reflect on it now, how good a performance was it?
Yeah, it was definitely a tough one, and one that I would have liked to, make it feel quicker. The race was so long from where I was in the lead. I just wanted to go through the checkered flag. But Seb was putting a lot of pressure. That's clear. Every lap he was trying to, make a fake dive on the inside and trying to get the win. But more importantly, I think at the time, we were going through, a little bit of a difficult times. It was not working how we wanted it, and we found an issue on the car just prior to Silverstone, so the race before, and things were starting to work well again. We qualified well, we had pace in the race, and we got that win. So it's not only a pure win. I think it's more than that. It's really the trust that the team has put in me. By finding the problem we had, and we got the reward in the end thanks to that.
Do you feel it cemented your relationship with the team?
I think so, yeah. I think they can, count on me more. They realize that they can count on me on times that opportunity comes, that I can be there, when it's needed. And I've proved that now in a couple of occasions, and I'm very happy that it's working well with the team I have around me.
And as a Frenchman, to be on the front page of L'Équipe on the Monday morning,
yeah.
That's a big deal, particularly actually as it was the Olympics and you knocked all of the Olympics.
Know. Yeah, crazy. I'm very sorry for them. But yeah, no, it's amazing for sure. I remember seeing the first page of L'Équipe, some iconic ones where the French team won the World Cup, in 98, for example. They were on the first page. To be there on that page is, it's something that you get with success, I guess. But, for me, the most important is the track action. I don't look so much on the outside stuff, but for sure, that was pretty cool.
You've already spoken about what that win did for you and the team. I did also want you to reflect on your journey to this point in your life, because some of our listeners may not be aware of the sacrifices that your family made to keep you on the racetrack when you were a young kid. And did this feel like payback to mum and dad as well?
Yeah, a little bit for sure. I think in a way the first payback was to already come back in Formula One. From the last podcast we did, it was not certain at the time that I was not going to have a drive in 2019, but, already to come back in 2020, that was one, special moment. And we were all proud of that. Getting the first podium in Bahrain was just excitement, happiness, and, a small, box ticked. But yeah, the big one for sure in Budapest. Yeah, I called my parents straight away.
Were mum and dad not at the Hungaroring?
They were not. No, they were not. And, it was still quite, big COVID times. And, there was, people started to come back in the paddock. But no, I was pretty much alone with, of course, my team. I mean, yeah, I called them on FaceTime directly. So they were having a glass of champagne for me. And yeah, that made the world for me.
You mentioned 2018 and Force India, and because that was the last time, of course, you were on the pod, but that moment when the team was put into administration, we're talking mid 2018 now, just how tough a moment was that, as a young driver trying to establish yourself at the pinnacle of motorsport?
Yeah, very tough. And it was not the first time that this was happening to me. I was part of the team in Lotus when it was very difficult. So the Enstone family, where, the shipping were not arriving on the track at the right time. I was, with Manor back in 2016 when, the team bankrupt at the end of the year, unfortunately, and 2018 again. So, yeah, I've been through a lot in my short career at the moment, but I was just trying to do the best for the team, trying to get as much points as I could, trying to get the team as high up as I could. And by that, I was hoping that the team could survive. And in the end, I think the guys are happy with, the situation, how it is now. But for sure, yeah, there was some high pressures that, I was trying to get rid of and try to perform on track.
And was there pressure on you in the lead up to that administration not to crash because there were no spare parts? And how did that affect you in the cockpit and your approach to each on-track session?
Yeah, I think it has forged me as a driver. Last year, for example, in 2021, we were the team that had the less touches or the less crashes. So we were the team that work again together here. The world is small in motorsport and in Formula One, so that's fantastic. But yeah, I mean, we definitely had big pressure on our shoulders, but I think we did pretty well for how the situation was.
That's Otmar Safnauer, team principal now at Alpine. Were you impressed with how Otmar dealt with that whole horrible situation in 2018?
Yeah, very impressed. Very impressed. I think it must have been harder for him than for me, to be fair. I was trying to perform on the track, but he had all, the bad side to deal with.